Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a quick tutorial. This is on the Samsung Galaxy S8, but if you have like any Galaxy phone, probably S4 and higher, you should be able to do this. So first thing we're going to do, we're on the camera. I'm going to swipe left on the S8 to go to Pro. I'm going to show you guys how to do long exposure photos. You can go up to 10 seconds in Pro. So, and what you can do with that as well. I'm going to bump my ISO up to, pardon the autofocus right now. We're going to leave that alone. I'm going to bump my ISO up to probably like 500-ish. And super bright, 10-second exposure. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you take a long exposure, generally, I know it's super light right now because I'm in the bathroom and I have the light on, but you'll see why in a minute. But any movement, including your camera movement, is going to be blurred, right? So everything that doesn't move is stationary, like that stool, for instance. We're going to be here. I'll set this a little bit lower so that you guys can actually see what's going on. It's still overexposed right now, but now you can actually see the layout. So I'm going to set this right here in the corner and put it on a timer. And then I'm going to use the lighter in my pocket, right, to draw something. Just do a quick light painting. This is something that is really fun to do with DSLRs and whatnot, but you can also do it on your phone now. So give you guys a quick tutorial on that and show you. Another key thing to remember when you're doing these light paintings is if you're facing the camera, it's kind of like how you have to, when you're writing on a glass window and you want it to be red from the other side, you have to write backwards. It's hard to explain why it is that way. It's because you're facing something that's facing you. Just trust me on it, okay? So if you're writing like letters or something and you write normally, it's gonna look backwards because you're looking at it from the other side. All right, so I'm gonna switch these settings back. I'm gonna put my ISO back up to like, whoop, that's my shutter. Okay, I want my 10-second shutter. I want my ISO back up to like, I'll put it at like 400 and see how that does. I'm gonna switch off the light, but before I do that, I am going to go into the settings here and put on a timer. I'm gonna give myself a full 10 seconds to get set up and adjusted. All right, so go back, and then I'm gonna press the record, or no, sorry, not the record, the shutter button. It'll give me a 10-second countdown. I'm gonna set it up facing, well, what you can't see now, but that way I'm gonna shut off the light, and then I'm gonna use the lighter to paint. I think I'll do a smiley face, just a real simple one. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. See if, yeah, there, 10, 9, good. All right, and me and everything else should be relatively in focus except for how much I move. Okay, let's see how that worked. Didn't give me the audible countdown, but yeah, it looked funny. All right, so I'm gonna adjust my ISO just a little bit. I'm gonna adjust my ISO down, and it's hard because I can't hear when it's actually going off because of the video thingy. Usually goes doot, 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 and it lets me know when I'm actually shooting. So I'm gonna go back in here into my settings, and I'm gonna lower my ISO down to like 100. Try this again. Now let's see back in here. Yeah, it's a good spot to sit. Okay. It looks so funny like that. All right. You can see wherever I moved, it kind of ghosted me too. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I'm going to hold still. and it should be done. Let's see. There's my smiley face. So that's one thing that you can do. Now if you, I still look silly, but that's light painting. So what did I just do? I just drew in the air with fire and captured it in a still image. So that's how long exposure works, and yeah, it's a neat little tutorial. I think I'll keep that picture actually too as a thumbnail. I'll go ahead and back out of here. So that is one of the many things you can do with your phone nowadays. Long exposure. It's neat. It's useful for stuff like water. I'll go ahead and turn the camera back on so you guys can see. It's in auto mode now. Some of my pictures that I've actually shot. This is essentially like recording a video. It is. It's weird how this is working, but that's long exposure. That's 1/6 of a second with the water receding. Give you kind of an idea, but there's other. This is long exposure. Nothing was moving really. You can see a little bit of star trailing. This was I think 26 seconds. This was not long exposure, but yeah, that'll kind of give you an idea. I can flip this around and talk like it's a live video stream, or whatever. But yeah, so that's something you can do. You can also get there's an app called Cozy Magnifier. It's got a lot of ads in it, but it's free, and it allows you to magnify greater than the standard like 8 power zoom I think that you have on your phone, and it allows you to focus a little bit tighter. There's other things you can do where you can like use in the pro mode, or there's other apps. Actually, I'll show you right here because you're seeing my phone screen. There's selfie, wide selfie, virtual shot. Okay, yeah, it's because I'm on my front camera. So if I flip it to the regular camera, got slow motion. It's like mostly for video, but selective focus is really good. This is another camera functionality that you can do with DSLRs and stuff like that. It's basically like aperture control. So I'll set my lighter on the table here, and with selective focus, I can focus on something less than 20 inches away, and then it creates this great fall off back here, which is an excellent method for portraits and stuff like that to make your subject stand out. And how we control that with real cameras is aperture, and it's limited usually by not usually, but by the lens. So different lenses have different minimum and maximum apertures. Typically for portraiture, you want a 2.8 or faster, also known as a wider aperture lens. So that you can get more fall off like this. 1.4s, there's even like 0.95s out there. But this is really cool because now I can do this with my phone. Now you're not going to be able to do very great because realistically, you're going to be about at least that far from a person, right? And then you focus on that, and then the wall is still pretty much in focus. But another thing about fall off is it has a lot to do with the distance between you and the subject and the background. So this is good for smaller things. So you can basically do really good macro with your phone like that, and like get real close and see. It's another way to do macro with your phone other than the Magnifier app, or getting one of those little lens things to stick on your phone. But these are just examples of like different things that you can do with just your phone. They're getting pretty crafty nowadays. It's still nowhere near as good as an actual camera. It doesn't give you all the freedoms, especially as interchangeable lenses, because that's just you can't do that. The whole camera is inside the phone, so you can stick different things on the front of it, but it's never going to be the same. And the image quality is still limited to whatever the image quality of this phone is. This is like I think 12 or 13 megapixel, which is pretty good. It's a little CMOS sensor. It's very small, but like my Sony A7R is a full frame mirrorless 36 megapixel sensor. That's obviously going to take better photos than my phone is, but phone will do a decent job. So it's about knowing how to use what you have, and almost everybody has one of these. So I thought this video would be helpful. I hope you guys enjoy it, and for more tips and stuff like that, I'll try and do more. We'll see. Probably going to create a YouTube channel soon, so look out for that. Alright, I'm going to swipe down on my recording app. There we go. And this is free too, by the way, this AZ screen recorder. You can download that for free from the Play Store and record your screen. And then when it gives you a 3-second countdown, and then it starts recording, and then you just swipe down and press stop like I'm about to do. So, adios.